The broadcasts can be customised to showcase an organisation's vacancies and profile, provide live video feeds and live jobs, and have a running commentary from our studios to review the latest job opportunities available across the UK. The Jobs Live channel is a partnership with businesses and the DWP and works continuously to link job seekers to employers and educate them about the types of companies available within the economy. The channel is already working successfully with companies like Balfour Beatty, Network Rail, the NHS, alongside hundreds of businesses supported by the local economic partnerships. Individuals and employees are encouraged to ask questions during the broadcasts via the channel's moderated live chat facility, directly to the Jobs Live channel partners. The Jobs Live channel can offer you the following: a channel which gives employers and partners the opportunities to promote and discuss their current vacancies to a captive audience of job seekers. Dedicated channel pages for your business to host video content both live and on demand. An innovative, moderated live chat facility on your channel page to provide real-time interaction between customers and businesses. Fully searchable live jobs applet for customers to locate the latest vacancies and watch videos from employers discussing the roles available. Finally, using our trusted methods and our extensive knowledge of this market, our project plans ensure all resources and step-by-step processes are met in line with timescales and budgets. We look forward to working with your business in the future on the Jobs Live channel. Thank you for watching.
Okay, welcome back to the Jobs Live channel. As you know, we're actually today helping you find work, and we're doing that through this Northwest Works For You event, and we're meeting different businesses from across the region who've got vacancies right now to help you back into employment, or maybe give you a career change, or get you to return to work after a while away from the workplace. Delighted to be joined by Kate Story from Wigan Council. Hi, Kate.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, thanks so much for joining us here on the Jobs Live channel for this really special event. As you know, we've been on all day talking to people across the region. We've got fantastic vacancies to help people who are looking for work. Can I just ask you first, what does you do? What's your council's responsibility for the region?
Well, I work for Wigan Council, as you mentioned, and a lot of people have got the perception that councils look after our bins and look after our people, but there's so much more to us than that. We've got different departments representing all sorts of different professions, different levels. So we've got planning, we've got environment, we've got social care. So for those people that want to get themselves involved with other people, we've got customer services. So if you don't want that actual personal contact, there's the contact over the telephone. We've got PR, and we've got roles such as mine in HR as well.
So a whole range of, like you say, a whole range of different jobs there, which may be different to the perception, as you say, as to what people see and think of when they think of councils in general. You say you're based obviously in Wigan, but are you based all in one office, or are you spread around the town?
No, we represent the borough and are actually out and about throughout the whole entire borough, from Wigan through Leigh, through Tyldesley, Atherton. Literally, you could be based anywhere across the borough when you come and work for the council.
Great. And you already given us a range there of different positions, different areas you can work for the council. But what kind of jobs are you recruiting for right now?
Right now, we've got some adult support workers, so helping support those individuals that can't be independent alone. We've got some hub key workers, so supporting our children that need some help within their arena. We've got roles within education, so lunchtime assistants, and we're gearing up for a future 50 apprenticeships over in our Places Directorate. So watch this space for those roles to be announced in the next couple of months.
Sounds brilliant, Kate. And obviously, you will have, I'm suspecting, a careers page or a jobs vacancy page on the Wigan Council website. Is that the best place to start if you're looking for these vacancies?
I would say go to greater.jobs, because that's where we advertise all our vacancies. So that's a collaboration of all local authorities across Greater Manchester, and it's where is our touch point. You can sign up for job alerts. If you can't find something that tickles your fancy today, you can still sign up for the areas that you are interested in, so that you're the first to hear about when those jobs go live.
So that's greater.jobs, and we will put up the link to that in the live jobs feed during the course of today. So thanks for sharing that, Kate. The people who then work for you at the council, you've obviously seen your fair share of CVs, applications, I guess, over the years. You know, what sort of people do you think are most successful when they join you? What sort of attitude or what skill set do they tend to have that makes them successful when they come to work for you?
When you're working for the council, tenacity is a good thing. We have 3 behaviours that we really seek out in all our applicants, which is be positive, be accountable, and be courageous. So we want people that are coming on board to help and support our residents in whatever area they're working in the council.
And I know it sounds an obvious question, but why work for Wigan Council? What do you offer people who come to work for you?
It is a great organisation. Clearly, it's local authority, so there's all sorts of different pathways. The amount of people that start off in one particular area and then take a sidestep and go and work somewhere else, that have actually come up through our grassroots, through our apprenticeship schemes, and hit the top. So it is a bit of a political beast. I'm not going to hide away from that in certain areas, but it is a great company, an organisation to actually support your communities and do the right thing by our communities and work for the best of the best, really. We were Council of the Year in 2019. We've got great rewards. We've got a great work-life balance. You can probably see that I'm working from home right now. Yes, some of that has been COVID-induced, but we're looking at ways to help people be flexible as well in their approach to work going forward, so we can capitalise on some of the good things that have actually come out of COVID.
Brilliant. And obviously, you say there things have changed and people are working from home, but that will probably continue in some shape or form. So great you're embracing that as a council. Finally, I just wanted to ask you, for people who are applying maybe on the back of this, or have seen something about any role today, you know, you as a HR manager, you know, again, you've seen a lot of people who've been successful, but you've been also quite frustrated, I guess, when you see a potential candidate who's not quite hit the mark with what their application needs to say or do. What hints and tips can you give people applying for any role today to make their application stand out?
I would say make sure that you are yourself, that you're true to yourself on your application. Make sure that your skills stand out, and that's not necessarily your actual qualifications, but what skills have you got? You might have been a stay-at-home mum, but actually your multitasking will have shot through the roof whilst you've been at home. Make sure that you link through some of your real-life examples to what you're actually doing and how that can take you through to being a great employee. And when you get there and get that interview, relax and be yourself. We don't want to see a potted version of you. We want the real you and bring you the whole you to that particular application process.
Great advice, Kate, and thanks so much for that, and also for your support of the Northwest Works for You event, which is taking place this week, and hopefully we'll get some vacancies filled for you on the back of this event as well. Thanks so much for your time, Kate, today. Look forward to
Thank you.
No, look, my pleasure. And thank you for joining us here on the Jobs Live channel. We'll speak to you again, I'm sure, in the future. Thanks, Kate.
Good luck with your applications, everyone.
Capita is what we call a BPO, a business process outsourcing organisation, and it's one of the largest in the UK. We currently have around about 60,000 employees globally, although the bulk of those guys are based in the UK, around 45,000 people. We support in all manner of outsourcing. Across primarily the customer service space, which is why we're talking today. We manage multiple call centre locations across the UK and Ireland, and typically these sorts of outsources include mostly client-facing activity, supporting the likes of telecoms, utilities, retail, government, and anything that these guys need in order to support their clients at the other end of the process.
Perfect, that sounds lovely. So could you tell us whereabouts you guys are based?
So the company as a whole is based in the UK and mentioned offices globally as well. But for the purpose of today, we are supporting roles that we are recruiting for primarily in Prestonbrook and Manchester, although we also do have offices around the area in both Darwin and Bootle. Although it's worth noting that location and where we're based, I think within the current climate, is probably not as important as it perhaps was 18 months ago, because we also have a large number of roles, more so than we've ever have done, that would be home working based too. So my advice would be for anyone looking to apply for a role at Capita is not to worry too much about the geography or the location. If those office spaces work very well for you, then superb, but if they don't, it's still worth applying because of our home working offering that we have currently.
What are the kind of roles that you're recruiting for presently for that flexibility?
Sure. So my role, I look after what we call our volume hiring, which is primarily supporting one of the business areas of Capita that's called customer management. And they are responsible for all of the outsourcing to the organisations that I mentioned earlier on. So typically we recruit for the same skill set on a regular basis, and it's often call centre advisors, sales and collections advisors, customer management, operational support officers, field monitoring roles. It tends to be anything that is very call centre based, that is supporting queries and concerns that come in from the customers of our customers.
Perfect, that sounds lovely. So what kind of people are you looking for to, one, fill that type of role, and also your organisation?
I think I'm very passionate about working for Capita. I think it's a great organisation to work for. And what we're looking for is somebody that brings that enthusiasm with them too. I think customer centricity is at the heart of everything that we do. So somebody that is organised, resilient, a fabulous listener, has a huge amount of empathy and understanding, and is generally solutions focused. In a call centre, in any given day, the queries that a person can look after can vary dramatically. Some of them can be quite emotional, some of them very positive. At times it's fair to say that we get the odd disgruntled customer. So the resilience piece is key, but somebody that's really solution driven, that wants to be able to help a client from the beginning of their problem through to the resolution, is somebody that would work very well for us. The customer centricity piece is the piece that I can't emphasise enough.
Perfect, that sounds amazing. So why would someone want to come and work at Capita and work for you?
Sure, I think there are a number of reasons. So as an organisation, over the last couple of years, we have been evolving. We've been on a path of transition. And I think it's clear that we have looked at simplification and really trying to make things better, both for our colleagues and for our customer base. And I think because of that, we were able to adapt so well to the first UK lockdown and to the second thereafter.
Well, that sounds just amazing and a great place to work. So do you have any hints or tips for anybody that might be wanting to apply today?
I think my biggest hint would be, don't worry or don't be concerned if you don't have a lengthy call centre background. For us, we are really we really want to attract people with the right behaviours rather than a typical skill set. It's all around, like I said earlier on, about supporting the customer. And if you're able to demonstrate throughout the assessment process that you have that level of dedication, solution driven, then you'll fare well through the process. So don't worry if you don't have the skill set that you think is required to do the role. We will provide the training that's necessary and the upskilling that you would need in order to do the role effectively. Throughout the process, there are a number of assessments that a person will go through, and some of them are quite funky. We work with a company called Arctic Shores, who looks after our AI, and you'll go through what is quite a dynamic assessment piece that's quite gamified and quite interesting, and you'll get a profile that comes out of the back of that. And that assessment allows us to assess your behaviours and your fit for our culture and our values, as opposed to looking at your core capabilities, which is secondary for us. So my view would be, if you feel like you are passionate about customer services, you're goal oriented, and you like the idea of problem solving, then Capita would be a fabulous organisation for you to work with. And like I say, if that fits your brief, apply. You wouldn't be, there'd be a myriad of opportunities available to you.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Tanya, for your time today. But unfortunately, that is all. Well, hopefully we'll be able to see you again on the Jobs Live channel very soon. But unfortunately for now, I must pass now back to Stuart. But thank you so much again.
Thank you very much.
So welcome back to the Jobs Live channel.
We have a wide variety of roles available at Can Health Medcoms.
So we've got a number of regional offices. We've got, so both construction and highways are based at Salford Quays.
Yeah, so I work on the highways sector of the business, and I'm an assistant HR business partner, so I look after all our highways contracts that we've got currently in the northwest of the Kia business, basically.
And we're going to speak to Amanda from Stockport Homes.
Get yourself a really good quality professional email address. It really is much more important than you think. Make sure that your person spec at the top absolutely matches the job that you're going for. The role profile that you've been asked to meet should absolutely come through in the person spec at the top, so that an employer very quickly can say, right, okay, you're ideal.
From Wigan through Lee, through Tilsley, Atherton, literally you could be based anywhere across the borough when you come and work for the council.
From Cumbria, which is the almost most northerly point, is up towards Carlisle, right down to the southern point of Cheshire.
So much interaction on the chats, so many people getting in touch. So thank you for that, and thank you for those employers who are signposting people to various websites and giving them advice about applying for work.
We're currently recruiting for care workers. We actually have 30 current vacancies in this area at the moment. So that would be obviously community carers, but there is opportunity to do other things, mainly going on to be a senior carer, or eventually coming in and working in the offices with me and the rest of our team within the office.
It's so exciting. There's a job for everybody, I do believe. We have people working obviously on site in trade positions, and then obviously back office staff, support staff, HR, recruitment, you name it, there's a job.
We are now looking for another 300 individuals to work as traffic management operatives. So that includes trainee opportunities and qualified operatives and foremen into the business. That's a shift paid role. But we also have then additional management opportunities for contracts managers and operations managers.
See you again soon here on the Jobs Live channel. Take care.
The Jobs Live channel is an innovative, interactive, moderated online channel that brings job opportunities directly into the home, classroom, or business. The Jobs Live channel is free to the end user and does not require any additional equipment to be purchased or licenses to be downloaded. Since 2016, the Jobs Live channel and the Learn Live channel have supported the futures of people across the UK by delivering over 2,000 live broadcasts and reaching over 10 million people in schools, colleges, and the wider community. The Jobs Live channel can be attended by an unlimited number of individuals simply by logging into the channel and joining the live broadcast. The broadcasts can be customised to showcase an organisation's vacancies and profile, provide live video feeds and live jobs, and have a running commentary from our studios to review the latest job opportunities available across the UK. The Jobs Live channel is a partnership with businesses and the DWP and works continuously to link job seekers to employers and educate them about the types of companies available within the economy. The channel is already working successfully with companies like Balfour Beatty, Network Rail, the NHS, alongside hundreds of businesses supported by the local economic partnerships. Individuals and employees are encouraged to ask questions during the broadcasts via the channel's moderated live chat facility directly to the Jobs Live channel partners. The Jobs Live channel can offer you the following: a channel which gives employers and partners the opportunities to promote and discuss their current vacancies to a captive audience of job seekers. Dedicated channel pages for your business to host video content both live and on demand. An innovative, moderated live chat facility on your channel page to provide real-time interaction between customers and businesses. Fully searchable live jobs applet for customers to locate the latest vacancies and watch videos from employers discussing the roles available. Finally, using our trusted methods and our extensive knowledge of this market, our project plans ensure all resources and step-by-step processes are met in line with timescales and budgets. We look forward to working with your business in the future on the Jobs Live channel. Thank you for watching.
Hello everyone, I'm Andrea Quirk and I'm the Global Head of Methodologies at Standard & Poor's. So I got involved with mentoring circles about a year ago now, and it's something I was really excited about. The success, I think, has been beneficial not only for the people who've been involved in those sessions, but also for me as an employer and somebody who is, always looking at candidates and thinking about what the needs of our business are. So I think in terms of success that it's brought, it's enabled people to, first of all, interact in a virtual sense across, with a variety of different individuals coming from different backgrounds. They're able to listen in, think about people's different experiences, which I think has been invaluable. I think the other benefit as well, and the other success that we've seen, is that it's given me an opportunity and my organisation an opportunity to share with the candidates my experiences of what we're looking for when we're hiring people, the types of things that people should be thinking about in interviews, things around, how they should try and plan for success and how they should position themselves. Also, other things around thinking about what they should be thinking about in their CV and how they should really be thinking about their personal brand when they're looking for job opportunities. So given the type of organisation that I work for, which really spans across a variety of different roles, a variety of different roles with different capabilities, whether it's in the data space, the technology space, the analytics space, the sales space, we're able to share with the candidates and with the people involved in mentoring circles our experience, and hopefully that sets them up for success when they're thinking about their next job opportunity.
Hello and welcome to the Jobs Live channel. So today I have been joined by Charlie Buckwell. Hello Charlie, how are you?
I'm very good, Jen. Thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good as well, and I'm glad to hear you are too. So could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
Yes, I head up a business called McCann Health Medical Communications, and we're a specialist marketing communications business which provides services to the healthcare industry. And so we've been very busy, actually. We're very fortunate to have been very busy through this past year or so.
So could you tell us a little bit more about Northwest Works for You, the Jobs at Expo that's happening in April, and why have you decided to sponsor it?
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic initiative. It brings together public and private stakeholders, really with the aim of creating opportunities for people at what is a very testing time. And so it's also a fresh approach, which I think brings together different stakeholders with people who might not otherwise find a way to connect with those companies that are getting involved in this project. So I think it's really exciting and at the right time.
That's brilliant. So what would you say is maybe different about this particular Jobs Expo event, and what is McCann Healthcare's involvement within that?
Well, first of all, what's different is we're asking companies to make a pledge for roles that they will make available specifically in the Northwest, and particularly in terms of the early career pathways and early career opportunities they might have. And in that process, to also think about how they find opportunities for people that they might not otherwise consider. And so we're really focusing on life skills, if you like, as much as we are on qualifications and what people can bring to the table that might be a bit different, and how we then support those people into those jobs and careers through the interview process, but also then what happens after they start in those jobs. And so it's different from that perspective. And as I said, bringing together public and private stakeholders to connect with those people is different as well. And our involvement is really because we're based in the Northwest, but we do have offices around the UK and the US and Canada. But we're making a specific commitment to recruit in the Northwest as part of this program. And I say particularly that early career stage. So we have a lot of roles which are involving graduates or scientific roles, but we also have roles in digital, HR, finance, IT, and other functions which we can look at differently in terms of those early careers I mentioned. And so that's our pledge, and that's what we're committing, and very excited to do so.
So going back to the Ambition 21 pledge, could you tell me a little bit more about that and what's involved within that pledge?
Yes, so we're trying to open up 2021 roles for people in the Northwest, a minimum of that, that companies will commit to, that they might have looked maybe elsewhere in the country. They might have looked at differently in terms of the kinds of people they might want to recruit. And we're asking the pledge to then be made by the companies involved in the program to ring fence those roles for this program. And in that process, also look at people and try and create opportunities for people that they might not have otherwise considered. And that's why I think it's also very exciting. So companies are getting involved. There's a lot of interest and excitement from employers in the Northwest. And I think that shows a commitment in these difficult times to create these opportunities for people.
After the event is complete, what would you say success would look like afterwards?
Well, we think there's an opportunity to do a lot more than the 2021 roles that I mentioned, but that's a starting point. And really, we hope this event will become the basis for several future events. And so that's going to create its own momentum and create more opportunities for people going forward. But also for those people who get into these roles, then there's going to be a specific set of hopefully support and backup, coaching, mentoring, and development opportunities that will come with those roles. And that's going to be a part of the expectation that we're asking companies to make when they're making a pledge. So there's a lot of different facets to it. There's some long-term gains, but also for those people who get into roles, hopefully some very short-term gains as well.
Perfect. That's lovely. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Charlie. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Thank you, Jen. Great to speak with you too.
Hello and welcome to the Jobs Live channel. Today I have been joined by Daniel Cashmere. Hello Daniel, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Jobs Live. So Daniel, could you tell me who you are and what your role is there?
Yeah, I'm Daniel Cashmere. I have the privilege of being the Chief People and Procurement Officer in TalkTalk.
Yeah, I'm a proud owner of a TalkTalk system here at Learn Live, so thank you for that. It's a very reliable system. And I suppose you're looking for particular type of people as well to join your organisation. I had a conversation with one of your colleagues, Emma, recently, and she was saying the type of person you're looking for. But maybe you could just tell us a little bit about the kind of people that you attract at TalkTalk.
Yeah, so we're looking for people who work in different sectors. Could be technology, could be commercial, could be marketing. All sorts of different areas. We're quite a young, quite innovative, quite a dynamic company. So we're looking for people who have got can be entrepreneurial, who've got good ideas, can be innovative, and want to come and work in a progressive culture, in a progressive business that's doing a product, which is supplying a product to people, which has really been incredibly important during this whole COVID pandemic.
Thank you. And what can you tell us about the Northwest Works for You Jobs Expo in April? And why have TalkTalk decided to sponsor it?
Well, I think I think that as a corporate citizen with its headquarters in Salford, in Manchester, we just look around and we just see the constant stories of businesses and the volume of people being unemployed, etc. And we thought it would be really good to try and bring together some of the leading employers across the Northwest and see what we could do collectively in terms of providing opportunities for people who have fallen on hard times and want to get back into the workplace. And we felt that if we brought a bunch of employers together, we thought that actually good things could come out of that. And we're very excited that this conference will allow us to do that.
That's great. And what's different about this Job Expo event to maybe others that you've got involved with, especially before COVID?
Well, I think we've asked everybody who's going to be able to participate to come along with a sort of with an open mind and an open door in terms of opportunities that they can offer to people. So we've put this pledge system in place, and some organisations, it may be sort of relatively modest numbers now. They may grow as the economy starts to pick up after this dreadful thing has gone away. But we've asked people to come along and be sort of action oriented, and let's see if we can give people an opportunity.
Also, can you tell me about the Ambition 21 pledge? I mean, people may have heard of that. What does it actually mean for Talk Talk?
So we've asked organisations to come along, to be open-minded about opportunities, thinking about opportunities perhaps for long-term unemployed people, etc. And Ambition 21 is all about creating real-life opportunities for people who have maybe been out of the workplace for a while, and let's see what we can do in terms of helping people with smooth processes, processes that are easy and accessible. And I think where this is different from other sort of stuff, this is not a talking shop. This is a place for action. This is a place for opportunity, and we hope people are going to find it exciting. We hope that sort of quite a number of people are going to find it rewarding in terms of being able to provide a proper, substantial job at the end of it.
And what do you think success will look like following the Jobs Expo? What do you think success will look like for Talk Talk, and what do you like to see happening in the future?
I think that all organisations are interested in finding talent, because that's the breath. Talent is the oxygen that feeds the breath that keeps organisations going. And I think that this expo is going to give us access to people who we wouldn't normally bump into, and will bump into, and we're going to find some talented people who are going to come along and work for us. And I think that we're all going to be better off as a result of it. So I think success means that we meet people from different backgrounds, diverse candidates, and I think we do some dancing, and I think we come up with some good results.
And do you think people have a different view as well of the different roles within Talk Talk? Because I suspect they see it in one way, maybe, of what you do, supplying broadband, but there's a whole raft of different jobs you offer. Do you think there's a chance that people may find out more about you as well?
Yeah, I think it'd be a great opportunity for us to showcase what we're all about, who we are, what we do, what our values are, what our ambitions are, the technology that we use now, the technology that we hope to use in the future, and just give people a sense of what we are. Because even if there's not as many jobs as we'd like to offer people right now, as we grow, as the economy picks up, etc. It'll be great to stay in touch with people and let people know about opportunities as they present themselves.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Look forward to seeing you back here on the Jobs Live channel very soon.
Thank you very, very much.
Take care.
The Jobs Live channel is an innovative, interactive, moderated online channel that brings job opportunities directly into the home, classroom, or business. The Jobs Live channel is free to the end user and does not require any additional equipment to be purchased or licenses to be downloaded. Since 2016, the Jobs Live channel and the Learn Live channel have supported the futures of people across the UK by delivering over 2,000 live broadcasts and reaching over 10 million people in schools, colleges, and the wider community. The Jobs Live channel can be attended by an unlimited number of individuals simply by logging into the channel and joining the live broadcast. The broadcasts can be customised to showcase an organisation's vacancies and profile, provide live video feeds and live jobs, and have a running commentary from our studios to review the latest job opportunities available across the UK. The Jobs Live channel is a partnership with businesses and the DWP and works continuously to link job seekers to employers and educate them about the types of companies available within the economy. The channel is already working successfully with companies like Balfour Beatty, Network Rail, the NHS, alongside hundreds of businesses supported by the local economic partnerships. Individuals and employees are encouraged to ask questions during the broadcasts via the channel's moderated live chat facility, directly to the Jobs Live channel partners. The Jobs Live channel can offer you the following: a channel which gives employers and partners the opportunities to promote and discuss their current vacancies to a captive audience of job seekers. Dedicated channel pages for your business to host video content both live and on demand. An innovative, moderated live chat facility on your channel page to provide real-time interaction between customers and businesses. Fully searchable live jobs applet for customers to locate the latest vacancies and watch videos from employers discussing the roles available. Finally, using our trusted methods and our extensive knowledge of this market, our project plans ensure all resources and step-by-step processes are met in line with timescales and budgets. We look forward to working with your business in the future on the Jobs Live channel. Thank you for watching.
Sam Ankers, the team manager in the Cared For and Care Leaver service, and I support the Care Leaver service, which is a team that supports around 300 young people, not only across Cheshire East but across the UK as a whole. I am a personal corporate parent for all those young people, along with my staff and along with every other council department within the authority. We support young people for a wide range of issues. As I said, we're a corporate parent. Supporting a young person into employment, education or training is a big factor for those young people, and something that we do concentrate on, and something that we're happy that you're all supporting us with today. For those that don't know, care leavers are young people who've had a period of time in the care of a local authority. That may be with foster parents, with other family members, in a children's home. These young people, for many and a variety of reasons, have not been able to live with their parents. We also support some young people, some young asylum seeking children who've come across to the UK with no family in the UK, and we will support them as well through their journey, and then they become care leavers and we also help them out. Some services and some people, there might be some stigma with some children in care and care leavers. Some people might describe these young people as difficult, challenging and naughty. I totally disagree with that. There's no such thing as that. These young people have suffered difficult upbringings, and some young people suffered some significant trauma in their lives. So I would go against that stigma. There's many young people in our service who are flourishing, doing really, really well. Many of our young people go on to lead very good lives, go to university. You'd be surprised that there's probably many care experienced people within your workforce. I myself would class myself as care experienced. And I think young people who are care experienced would have great value and enrich your workforce. I would hope that employers would give young people a chance, understand some of the circumstances that they have may faced in their childhood, that that employers would give young people maybe some added support in their employment and their roles. Some employers that maybe needed to give young people maybe a second chance if they arrive slightly late for one day. I know I've arrived slightly late sometimes in my job and been given a second chance too. I feel that we need to offer some support for young people to make sure that they can fulfill their potential, and give young people lots of opportunities in many wide-ranging roles. I hope that many Cheshireese care leavers and also care leavers across the Northwest are going to attend the Expo. I hope that many employees will be able to link up with some of our care leavers, build up a bit of rapport with them, hopefully offer some interviews. And what I hope to see is that we see many of our young care leaving cohort find employment with the employers that attend the Expo.
Yes, hello everybody. It's good to meet you. My name's Claire Haywood. I am a director of Cirrus, and Cirrus is a leadership development consultancy and is part of Accenture. I'm also the chair of the Local Enterprise Partnership for Cheshire and Warrington. So I'm absolutely delighted that we are able to support care leavers right across the whole spectrum. So through the Pledge, who are working with employers and lots of young people, really to inspire and inform them about new roles and opportunities that there are in the workplace. And also we're able to support care leavers across all of their age groups as well, which is really important, and to open up their, give them more information about the opportunities that there are in the market. Yes, I think there are often myths around care leavers, and one of the key things is let's open up the conversation. Let's explore the untapped potential that we have with care leavers. And that's it, care leavers right across the age spectrum. There's a huge amount of untapped talent. They bring a completely different perspective into your workforce. It enables us to diversify our workforce and also will bring in a huge number of different skills. So important that as employers, that we take the opportunity to have the conversation and really understand and support some of the challenges that some of the care leavers may have, but also the huge opportunities that we have to enable them to walk into the jobs and the job opportunities. So I have huge hopes actually, because we have a large number of employers coming along to the jobs fair. And that includes organisations such as TalkTalk, Network Rail, Greggs, NG, McCann. So that opens up a whole array of opportunities to explore for the carer leavers. And what's fantastic is we are hoping to have over 100 employers. And they recognise the benefits of diversifying their workforce. And they recognise the importance of tapping into huge potential. So I really hope that the care leavers have the opportunity to have a really good conversation where they are inspired and supported to be able to explore the job opportunities that are available to them in a huge array of sectors and jobs. So that's my hope, is they have the opportunity to have those conversations.
Good morning, my name's David Rutley. I'm the Member of Parliament for Macclesfield in Cheshire. I've been supporting the Cheshire Works for You virtual jobs fairs since the very first broadcast back in July last year, as an innovative and unique way of connecting job seekers and employers across the county. The jobs fairs have been a great success, often attracting views in excess of 10,000 candidates and advertising thousands of vacancies. They've now taken another huge stride forward, not only in their geographical reach to include the whole of the Northwest, but also in terms of their ambition. So Northwest Works for You is just that, a large-scale jobs fair that will broadcast via the Jobs Lives channel over 3 days in early April. The goal being to advertise 5,000 vacancies to an audience of over 20,000 job seekers from more than 100 blue chip organisations. What's more, Job Centre Plus and local enterprise partnerships have come together with private industry sponsors, McCann Global and Talk PLC, to create a commitment to pledge a percentage of the advertised vacancies for individuals who've not had the opportunity, for whatever reason, to gain sustainable employment. And they'll go the extra mile to provide pre-employment training and recruit differently by looking at the individual rather than academic qualifications or previous experience in a role. Today, we meet together as private and public sectors to agree what our pledge can be and how we can more fully support employment in the Northwest. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Jobs Live channel, where we'll be telling you all about the Northwest Works for You Jobs Fair. Following on from the very successful virtual Cheshire Works for You jobs fairs that DWP have been running since last year, this time industry is running one itself. DWP were recently approached by McCann Health and Talk to see if they can assist them with their recruitment of local people, but to also try and reach candidates who, for whatever reason, have not had the best start in life, how they could go about doing this, as well as being a good neighbour to their local community. This will be, without doubt, the largest jobs fair to date. It will be in the same format as Cheshire Works for You, with the addition of a pledge from employers to set aside a percentage of the vacancies that they will be advertising, with the purpose of offering upskilling and employment to candidates who would not normally be eligible due to existing recruitment standards. Northwest Works for You will be a 3-day event. Together, we hope to attract over 100 blue chip organisations that are recruiting over 5,000 vacancies across the Northwest. This will be broadcast by the growth sectors over the 3 days to a hoped-for audience of over 20,000 candidates. This is therefore a fantastic opportunity for candidates to explore some of the employment options and choices, whether they are looking for their first job, a new job, or if they find themselves having to explore a change in career direction. We're asking businesses to provide us with a pledge, and the pledge is this. Our ambition is for industry to set aside a percentage of the vacancies they're advertising and recruiting for in the Northwest, to be a good neighbour to their local community, and upskill individuals by offering pre-employment training, lowering and changing their normal recruitment standards by looking at the individual rather than education requirements, competencies or previous work experience. And finally, offering in-work support to ensure sustainable employment and therefore grow an individual within the workplace. We are bringing this agreement together by holding a pledge conference on the 3rd of March. This is where all the companies that have agreed to participate in the Jobs Fair will come together for a hosted virtual meeting on the Jobs Live channel. This will be under a framework presented by DWP and JCP and our sponsors Talk and McCann. This conference is here to decide and agree on a package of commitments covering our normal employer offer, such as offering sector-based work academies, mentoring circles, work experience and work trials. This is in addition to employing local people and being a good neighbour, setting aside a percentage of vacancies, pre-employment mentoring and training, and ongoing in-work support. The Jobs Expo will be broadcast over 3 days on the 6th, 7th and 8th of April and lasting about 4 hours per day, starting each day at 11 AM and going out by current growth sector to ensure easy access for all candidates. It is also available on demand as the vacancies that will be advertised will have a closing date well beyond the live broadcast. With regards to the next steps following this event, we want to primarily work further with the participating employers to work on additional programmes to stream careers advice into schools, colleges and FE establishments. DWP and JCP also then want to start working with companies in the supply chain and SMEs within those vertical growth sectors to provide ongoing employment opportunities for the unemployed people of the Northwest. Thank you for getting involved, and we will see you soon on the Jobs Live channel. Thank you. So welcome to this Jobs Live tutorial for people who are joining us next week for the Northwest Works for You Jobs Fair. So the first thing you need to do is go to the main site, which is jobsliveuk.com, and then you'll need to log in to either create an account or to log in to your account. So if you want to get the most out of the site, it will be good if you logged in initially or actually registered to use the site. This enables you to meet other organizations and to also private chat with them about your application or if you want to find out more about them. So first off, you need to log in. So if you've not registered, the simple register as subscriber there enables you to do that, and it takes you through a number of steps that you just need to do to register to the channel. And you can just fill in your details there, and then you will get an email to confirm that you are then logged in or subscribed to the channel. So I just go back, because obviously I've created an account already, so I'm going to log into that account. Just need to click the captcha, and you can also click remember me. Then you can log in. And this takes you then to the main channel page, the Watch Now page, where we continually stream interviews with organizations who've got job vacancies at the moment. Now you can leave a chat message in there, which is our main channel page, but also next week you'll be able to go straight to the event page itself. So if you scroll down from the channel page, the Watch Now page, you will see there you can go straight to the event. And you can catch up with the stream on there as well. So from Tuesday next week, starting from 11 o'clock, you'll be able to see live employers who've got vacancies within the region. And if you scroll down from there, you'll see the running order of the companies who are going to be involved in the broadcast next week. So we're running it from Tuesday to Thursday, 8th of April. And you'll see there we've already had questions from people who left questions in advance for the employers. So if you want to do that right now, you can leave a question on the main event page. Or if you know the companies that you're interested in, you can go to their partner page. So I'm just going to choose Medax. So you can go to their partner page. You can watch a short tutorial, if there is one there, about using the site. And also then you can read up about Medax and what they do. You can also register to their page, so you could get any further updates on any vacancies that they may have on there. So if you register to them, they will be in touch and give you more information. And also you can follow them on Twitter. There's also links to their website as well as the Twitter handle there as well. Now the live chat here is set to private, which means nobody else's messages, as you can see, are displayed here. So there may have been a number of people contacting Medax, but you won't see their messages, and it will be a one-to-one conversation between you and that company. So if I was to type in there, it comes up as my username. Obviously I'm using test for the purposes of this demonstration, but your screen name will appear there along with your question. Now I just stress nobody else sees that, only the company will see that question. So it's not shared with any other users. So feel free to use this chat and they will respond to you as well in private. So even though you'll see their response on your screen, it doesn't appear on anybody else's screen other than yours. So basically it's a one-to-one conversation between you and the employer. So that's it for this short demonstration. Obviously feel free to go looking at other partners. As I say, you can do that by visiting the actual site page itself for the event and search through the companies who are going to be on the 3-day event. You can go through there now and leave them questions. Or if you want to search for partners that work with the Jobs Live channel, you can also search for them on this partner search facility here, where you can search by company, by sector, or by region and category. And obviously you'll see there, you can search. Most people would search by company, find the company they want to speak to, and go straight to their page. So if I just search for that, you'll see there, I can then view the profile, and again, as before, go and leave a question for that organization. And just finally, if you wanted to speak to a company here and for everybody to see your question, if you wanted to get in touch with them, it's a little bit like Twitter. You can simply do the @ symbol, and then the list of the companies involved in this particular event will appear on here. And then you can just choose their name and then type in a message to them. Then you can choose your screen name, and you can also put in your email address if you want them to give you a direct response to your question. So you can still contact them through the main event page by doing the @ symbol, and then they'll get in touch with you that way. Or if you want a private conversation with them, you can do that on their partner page itself. Thank you very much. Enjoy the event and look forward to your questions on the live chat. Thank you. So I've now been joined in the Jobs Live studio by Daniel Casimir from Talk Talk. Hello, Daniel.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, loud and clear.
Perfect. Okay. Well, listen, thanks so much for joining us this morning here on the Jobs Live channel. So you work for Talk Talk. Before we get into that, just tell us briefly what your role is there at Talk Talk.
So I'm the Chief People and Procurement Officer. So anything to do with people and buying stuff, that's what I get involved in.
Perfect. Okay, so you'll be well placed then to answer any questions we may have today around people wanting to work for you.
Very much.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, probably people have heard of Talk Talk. I would imagine if they use you for broadband, but you're much more than that. Tell us a little bit about what Talk Talk is as an organisation.
So we're a business that's based in the Northwest. We're based in Salford, and we have a couple of thousand colleagues working for us, and we put internet into people's homes and businesses. We've got about 4.2 million customers around the UK, and we offer a television service as well, and it's been a pretty busy time for us during the pandemic.
I'm sure it has. You said that you're based in Salford, and some of the roles are they actually in Salford, but do you also recruit from across the Northwest as well?
Yeah, we have a number of jobs across the UK. We have our colleagues in Salford are drawn from across the Northwest, and then we've got some colleagues that work elsewhere in the UK, engineering staff, etc., who are getting in fixing internet into people's houses. So we're looking generally across the UK, but very specifically in the Northwest.
And you must have seen a surge of interest in high-speed broadband, I'm sure, over the last 12 months as people have been working remotely.
Yeah, it's a very exciting time for our industry at the moment. One, as people have been working remotely, the demand has gone up significantly in terms of usage. So we've seen that go through the roof. And the other thing that's becoming available now is that we're gradually moving the UK off of the copper wiring that was put in place in the 1950s to modern fibre network. And the demand for customers to have faster lines coming into their houses, so the kids can play online and people can watch Netflix, and it's just demand is insatiable.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So let's drill down into the sort of roles that you're recruiting for right now. So the kind of roles that if I went on the Talk Talk careers page that I could apply into right away into that site. Daniel.
If you went onto the Talk Talk site right now, you'd see that we're looking for, right now, I just checked before I came on, 57 roles, 57 vacancies, covering a wide range of functions: marketing, sales, finance, technology, commercial, procurement, customer service, all sorts of things. And as I say, we're based in the Northwest, and we're looking for people who want to come and work in a fun, dynamic industry. And we've actually got, as people start to move back to the offices, we've actually got a pretty cool campus based in Salford.
Brilliant. And as you just said there, Daniel, the vacancies are available on the TalkTalk website, and the link to that will be on your page, but I'm sure one of your team will put the link up as well in the live chat as we're talking. And the people that you then take on board, it seems like you can take people from a whole range of different skill sets, different transferable skills. You must see people coming into work for you from all different walks of life, so they don't need to have take a technology background to work for you, do they?
No, we're looking for people who have got an aptitude that just want to get stuck in and make things happen. We're quite a fast, dynamic company, and we're looking for people who want to work in that type of environment. And, we're quite proud of our ability for people to join at quite junior levels and make their way up through the business. And we've got many of the senior people started right at the bottom of the ladder and made their way up. And we're looking for more people to join at the bottom and to absolutely make their way up.
And I mean, do you see that happening? I mean, I don't know how long you've worked for TalkTalk, but Daniel, you must have seen people join at a junior level and quickly go up through the ranks with the right attitude and their skills.
Yeah, I mean, I myself have been with TalkTalk for a couple of years. We've made in that time a number of senior appointments, and a number of those appointments have been from people who have been in the business for quite a long time, who have made their way up. So we invest quite a lot of money in training and development, and we're very committed to career ladders and letting people grow, and that's something that we take tremendous pride in.
Absolutely. And the kind of people, you sort of alluded to it a little bit there about having passion and attitude towards work. I mean, you see a lot of people who come into interviews, probably more virtual these days, but still, trying to come across as the type of person you want to employ. What is it about people that attracts you to them? What is it about them that you think, I want to take this person on?
I think for us, always looking for positive energy. So people who want to get stuck in and make things happen. Yeah, it's been interesting. We've recently had some people start who are on the government's Kickstart program, and one of the things that we just absolutely love is the energy and enthusiasm that comes along. So we're looking for energy and enthusiasm. We're looking for people with creativity, so the ability to look at things and actually think, can we do these things differently? And that positive attitude, that winning mentality.
Yeah, and is it always full-time? Because there's a number of people online right now who are looking for part-time roles within your organisation. Do you have flexibility there?
Yeah, I mean, we pride ourselves on, prior to COVID, but even more so in COVID, we prided ourselves on being a flexible organisation that lets people work flexibly. And that, can be in the hours that you work. You work on reduced hour basis, part-time basis. We're looking for talent. And whatever we need to do to adapt to get that talent in the door, we'll do.
Great. And I mean, today's all about obviously promoting the latest vacancies, Daniel, within TalkTalk and across the Northwest. But we also want to support people as well and getting them back into work. So as someone who's seen a fair share, I'm sure, of CVs and applications, what advice can you give anyone who's applying to make sure that their CV stands out and that you want to see them and take them to interview stage?
Yeah, look, so, at the moment, as we come out of COVID, there are a lot of people who have been displaced from their work. So there's actually quite a lot of competition for roles. So we get all sorts of CVs coming through on spec. There's nothing worse than seeing a CV that's got spelling mistakes all over it. So there's, I think one of the starting points is to make sure you get that spell checker out and use that before you send it. And then in terms of the of CVs, applications, you just make sure you keep it succinct and to the point. No one's really interested in reading reams and reams and reams. If we want to do that, if we want to find out more, then we'll we'll look at that in an interview.
And I want to say, at the interview stage, I mean, you must be seeing a lot of people now online, through Zoom, Teams. I mean, what's the difference, and what are you noticing people need to do on camera, maybe what they didn't necessarily have to do physically, or vice versa?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we've all adjusted to it. So at the start of COVID, it was kind of weird doing interviews online the whole time. It was a little bit bizarre not having that human contact. But I think we've adjusted. I think because you are that step away, really sort of portraying yourself, speaking clearly, being clear about what you're looking for. Just anything you can do to to increase your presence and give a real sense of who you are is it's really important, even more so than you would do sitting in front of somebody.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier to Charlie from McCann Health about why Charlie's company got involved with something like this. For you, Daniel, what's the difference between this and maybe a traditional jobs fair?
My office is in Salford. We're in the middle of the Aldsall estate, and I drive to work and I'm thinking, oh my word, how many people from the local area have we actually got working here? And I looked at the statistics and there just weren't enough. And I want to have diversity in my organization. I want to have people from all walks of life, regardless of their experience, in terms of education, in terms of where they've come from. And what this does is it gives me really, really good access to the widest group of people who are out there. And I'm really, really, really excited. So as I said, we started with Kickstarter. That's generated some amazing people. And I'm really confident that this event is going to generate some even more amazing people. So I'm very, very, very excited.
Well, listen, thanks so much for your support of this event. I know Talk have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, helping promote it and making it work. So thanks so much from the team here for your support, Daniel, to get us to this stage. And long may the conversation continue, because we could do a lot more like this in the future as a channel to support job seekers and get people back into work. And as we said earlier, please keep using the live chat to get in touch with Daniel and the team at Talk. And just to really reinforce that point, they're there to help. They are there to support you and get you back into employment. So I think it's really important you try and connect with them today, even if it's just asking for help and get you back into work. Because it's been a tough time, hasn't it, Daniel? Let's be honest, a tough time for a lot of people. So it will be a case of, keeping morale going, keeping your motivation going.
It's been a tough time. I'm optimistic that, as the restrictions disappear, the economy is going to bounce back. So I know it's been tough for people, but hopefully we're going to to see a swing in the right direction. And please, anybody who's out there that thinks Talk sounds interesting, especially if you're in the Northwest, click on us, come and talk to us. We'd love to hear from you.
Brilliant. Well, it's been great to meet you here again on the Jobs Live channel. Thanks so much for your support, Daniel. We will catch up with you again over the next few days, I'm sure, to find out how it's going, to get some feedback, and as the questions come in, hopefully your team can get on them and answer them. Thanks so much, Daniel. Take care, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we've got a live interview now with Charlie Buckwell. Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Stuart. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the Jobs Live channel here. As you know, today is all about the Northwest and the different opportunities that exist within the Northwest. You work for a fantastic organisation called McCann Health. Just tell us a little bit more about McCann, please.
McCann Health is a global network of health communication specialists. So quite a niche business we work in. We provide services to the healthcare industry, including pharmaceutical companies, a lot of which have been very much in the press recently. And the part of the business that I look after specifically provides education and scientific communication services. So we do employ a lot of people with scientific degrees and high degrees, but we also have a lot of other roles as well, which is what I'm excited to talk about here today. And we're fortunate that we've been in a sector which has actually been doing pretty well in recent times. Obviously, healthcare communication and how the science is understood and communicated has been very high profile, and we're involved in that part of business. So for us, the last year, whilst it's been tough generally, has actually been quite strong for us. So we've got opportunities and we're growing, which is one of the reasons we wanted to take part in this event as well.
Yeah, thank you for that as well, Charlie. Thanks for getting involved with this. And I know you and Talk are one of the key supporters of this event. So without you, this wouldn't be happening. So thanks again for your support for Northwest Works for You. The actual McCann Health then, it sounds like you've had a really interesting 12 months of what's been going on with the pandemic and probably more people needing to communicate medically. But as a person who's looking to work for you, what kind of exciting roles do you have available right now for people to apply into?
A very wide variety, actually, Stuart. So as I mentioned, we do employ a lot of people with scientific degrees and higher degrees for specific roles where that's required. But we also have a lot of roles, including early career opportunities, which are in other areas. And that might be, for example, digital work. We do a lot of websites, social media, educational campaigns online as well. And so there's digital roles, there's creative roles and design roles in our studio. Plus, we have roles in HR, IT, business admin roles. So quite a broad variety and at different levels as well. So, and we're really looking for a diverse group of people within those roles as well.
Yeah, and I know you probably already had a look at the chat, or certainly your team have, and you're seeing the wealth of talent that's out there, and for people to understand what you do. This has been really interesting, isn't it, to find out more about what you do, because for some people, especially in Cheshire, you're very local to them, aren't you? So there's a great opportunity to join you.
Yeah, exactly. We have offices actually around the UK and in the US and in Canada, but our historical home, where we still consider home, is really the Northwest. It's where the company was originally founded, that I lead. And so we have an office in Macclesfield as well as in central Manchester, and it's actually our biggest single hub. So, we're looking to continue growing our presence in the Northwest alongside areas outside the Northwest. But in particular, we've got a lot of opportunities, including those roles that I mentioned, in the Northwest.
So if you can just break that down a little bit, what kind of people are you looking for? Because what we're seeing already on the live chat is people with a whole range of different experiences. But that's one thing, but it's more than that, isn't it? It's more than just the qualifications you've got. What else are you looking for in individuals that end up working for McCann Health?
It's a really important point. We are looking, clearly in some roles you need certain qualifications, but we are absolutely looking for people out with those qualifications that bring skills beyond that. In particular, you can call it recruiting for attitude, if you like. We're really looking for team players. We're looking for people who've developed life skills or have the potential to develop life skills that will make them a key part of our business. And being a team player is a part of that. And also someone who's optimistic, who can be on the front foot, be something of a self-starter, get on well with people both within the business and with our clients, and bring ideas. If you've got a creative flair or a sense of innovation, you want to do something different and try different things, those are the kind of people we're looking for. And another word we use a lot is about being authentic. So one of the things we advise people on when they're coming for roles or interviews with us is to really bring your true self. And really demonstrate what you could bring to the business. Ultimately, that's really important so that you know you're getting into the right business and that we know we're getting the right people as well. So those skills beyond qualifications are absolutely critical, Stuart.
No, absolutely, and I'm sure that will come across today as people start thinking, well, should I apply for you? I might not necessarily have exactly what you're looking for qualifications-wise, but they may have that attitude that you're looking for, and you can always train them, I'm sure, when you're in your organisation.
Yes, absolutely. We have a big emphasis on providing careers, not just jobs, and that includes people at all levels in the business, including our early careers program. And we're really looking to build those skills in people. There's a lot of support provided, and part of this initiative, part of the reason I think it's so exciting, is because the employers involved are committing to provide that mentoring, that coaching, that helps people build those skills. So whether or not you've got the right qualifications becomes less of a focus. It's about your potential to build those skills. And so yes, we have learning development programs, coaching, mentoring. We have what we call talent roundtables, where line managers get together to look at people across the business to find opportunities for people that would fit their potential and what they might bring. So yeah, we invest a lot of time and effort in developing people, and that idea of careers, not just jobs, is pivotal to the way we look at how we want to provide opportunities for people.
I mean, you clearly have worked for McCann Health for some time, and you've seen, you know the culture of the company. I mean, why would an individual work for McCann Health? What's the benefits of working for an organisation like yours, Charlie?
There's many. One is that it's an exciting environment to work in. It's fast-paced. We have different types of work going across the business, very heterogeneous client base, a mixed client base with different needs. We work with clients all around the world. So we've got people based in Macclesfield and in central Manchester they may be working with clients in the UK, but they might also be working with a client in the US or in Europe or in Asia Pacific or in Latin America. And that gives people a great deal of variety, a chance to try different things. And we're an ideas business. So our success is defined by helping our clients succeed by bringing different ideas to the table. And in that sense, people can be very creative. So there's a lot of opportunities to stretch yourself, to try different things, and to be your true self in bringing ideas to the table. A very strong commitment, and it's certainly something I personally believe is really important to our business, is if we're an ideas business, that means you've got to have different perspectives around the virtual table and around the business. And that means we need a very diverse set of people who come from different backgrounds and bring that different perspective to our business. So for people, I think there is certainly a commitment to career development. There is certainly a commitment to your personal development. And I think a very positive culture and working environment, and a very flexible working environment, especially given what we've experienced over the past year. So I think there's a lot of benefits to our kind of business. The other factor is that because we're part of a global network, for people who do want to move around, perhaps location-wise, it's always an option. And so we have that as well.
Great. Thank you so much for that, Charlie. And I think we're going to finish off by, clearly there's a lot of people online right now who are looking to work for organisations in the Northwest, but there's also people who just need support. I mean, we've all been there, haven't we, where we're looking for work. It is quite isolating and quite difficult. You feel disconnected sometimes what's going on. So for you as an employer, is there any hints or tips that you can give people who are applying for work to make sure their application is successful and to make them stand out, really?
I think it goes back to something that I commented earlier about being your true self. That's really important, because if you come to an interview or if you present yourself in a CV or how you're applying for a job as your true self, you'll just come across as more authentic. And I think employers can read that and feel that quite quickly. So that's really important. And it is a tough time for people, and staying optimistic, staying positive is challenging. But at the same time, it's really important that people try to do that. Be on the front foot, be optimistic about what you can bring to a business, about the opportunities that you want to go for. And again, employers will read that and sense that very quickly, in writing and in person on interview, whether it's face-to-face or virtual. So I'd definitely do that. I'd also try and bring tangible examples in your CV and in the interviews about things that you have done that you think you can be proud of, that can define you as a person. And in particular, what I said about being a team player, every employer is looking for that. So if you can demonstrate that you've done things that show that you're a team player, that you can be optimistic and positive about the future, that's going to ring very importantly to employers looking for people.
Yeah, and do you think also, that's a really good point actually, because for a lot of people they've been isolated, they've had to, they may have been furloughed, they may be waiting to go back into work, or this may be in a position where they can't do much because obviously furlough comes with those rules and regulations. Do you think employers may be asking people when they do return, what have you been getting up to during that 12 months or 6 months or whatever it was? What have you made in your garage, or what have you created online? Do you think those questions may be quite pertinent?
Absolutely, and we've all been in that position. I've been working at home since March last year, and trying to find things to do to keep yourself interested, physically active is really important. Things that you might just do in your local area, in your garden, anything that you might do to give yourself something slightly different to stand out, whether it's something you've done in your garage or whatever it is. really important to show that you've got something else that you're interested in out with purely applying for the job that you're going for. So yeah, definitely recommend that.
Well, listen, thank you so much for joining us on the Jobs Live channel this morning, Charlie. Great insights into what's going on there at McCann Health, as well as the incredible vacancies that you have within your sector. So thanks very much for joining us here to give us a live update, really. And I would encourage anybody who's online right now to visit the McCann Health partner page, where Charlie and his team are there waiting to answer any questions you may have about opportunities that exist within McCann. We're sure they're going to be catching up with Daniel from Talk, where we're going to meet Daniel live. Again, another supporter of this event, who's going to tell you more about working at Talk and also about the opportunities that exist within the Northwest region. In the meantime, Charlie, stay in touch. We'll hopefully see you again some point during the rest of this week with further updates. But it's been great to meet you again here on Jobs Live, and take care.
Thank you, Stuart. And can I just close by saying a thank you to yourselves, to DWP, to David Rutley, Job Centre Plus, Northwest Local Enterprise, and also to Daniel and Talk team for getting involved, all the employers who are getting involved, and all the people taking part. I wish you absolutely all the best in finding those opportunities. Good luck.
Thanks very much, Charlie. We'll speak to you again soon. Take care.
Thanks, Stuart. So today I have been joined by Vinny from the Northwest Ambulance Service. So Vinny, could you tell us a little bit more about what the service does?
So we are obviously a traditional emergency service as an ambulance service. So we do a variety of emergency work and urgent care work. So as you would imagine, it's attending things like traumatic injuries, medical problems, under blue lights. That's what most people think we do, but we do a lot more than that as well, to be honest. We have the full infrastructure behind the emergency service, which allows us to be able to attend to patients in a timely fashion. So these range from all the background and backroom staff, supporting the vehicles, supporting the estates, and then the IT side of it. So we have a real wide range of functions within an emergency service to allow us to do that. And the other thing that we have is NHS 111, which we manage as well.
Amazing. That sounds incredible. So whereabouts are you guys based?
So the Northwest Ambulance Service cover a huge area. We are we are the biggest geographical ambulance service in the country. So we cover from Cumbria, which the most northerly point is up towards Carlisle, right down to the southern point of Cheshire, and everything in between, essentially. So that's all of Manchester, Liverpool. So we have a really big geographical footprint, which has brings a lot of different challenges in the terms of you can be working in the middle of a city, such as Manchester, or much more rural areas in North Cumbria, for example.
Amazing. So quite widespread then.
Very much.
So what kind of roles are you recruiting for at the moment?
So obviously, with being such a big ambulance service, we're constantly recruiting a variety of roles. So we are always recruiting towards paramedics and emergency medical technicians, which is what most people would imagine. So there's always a process of recruiting for that. But like I say, in the background, we have apprenticeships in different areas. We have 3 control centres, so the people that take the 999 calls. And then, as I mentioned, we have 111, which they handle well over 1 million calls a year. So those are the frontline elements. And then there's the backline elements that any large business essentially would have, such as HR. We have a really good communications team that work closely with, obviously, the media. We have a big fleet support, because obviously you can imagine we've got around 1,000 vehicles that we need to maintain and keep on the road. So we do that all in-house. So really, we have a real wide variety of jobs and roles within the ambulance service that we're always recruiting into.
Brilliant, that sounds amazing. So what kind of people are you looking for to join your organisation?
So at the moment, we're really working on being as diverse and inclusive as an ambulance service as we possibly can, constantly making strides to do that. So we're looking for honest, hardworking people that are really passionate around wanting to serve the public and serve our patients, whether that's front facing or whether that's supporting the crews to be out there. Everything that we do is very patient focused. So whether you're working in IT, whatever you're doing you should always have at the back of your mind that you're doing it for the patient at the end of that kind of that chain or that line. So yeah, people that are very respectful, that can show compassion and dignity to their fellow employees, and really the commitment to quality of care that they deliver as well is a really important factor for us.
Lovely, that's amazing. So why would those people want to come and work for you guys?
So as the North West Ambulance Service, we kind of strive to be a great place to work. I've worked within this ambulance service since its conception, really, when we amalgamated, and I've been a paramedic for a number of years now. And for me, it is a great place to work in the sense that there's a really good community within the ambulance service, and more nationally as well. If you're working on the front line as a paramedic or as a technician, there's a lot of national groups and there's that camaraderie that's there. So and to be able to help a patient, whether that's face to face or even if you're just maintaining vehicles, for example, you know that you're doing it for a really good cause. And certainly within the last 12 months, we've really seen how that's really pulled together. And we are thankfully held in quite high esteem by the public. And that's a really good feeling. So it's not always about your wage package at the end of the month. It's often about that feeling of doing the right thing and doing a good thing. That helps you sleep at night better than having a full bank balance, in my eyes, I think.
Absolutely. So for those people that are wanting that feeling, have you got any hints or tips for them about applying?
So if you're looking towards joining the ambulance service, I guess the best thing is research. Look at the job that you're applying for. Have a look at the job spec. See what it is and see what skills you can bring into the ambulance service and towards that job. Look at what the role entails and maybe where it'll develop as well. Really think outside the box. You need to come into an interview and an application process so you stand out from other people. So if you've done plenty of research into the job that you're applying for and show and demonstrate that you have passion for it and that you don't just want to fulfill that role, but actually you maybe want to drive it forward, whether it's a profession or not, that you want to drive that role forward and make it a better environment to work in and make it more efficient. I think those are the kind of things that really shine in an interview and in an application process. The basic things you should always be considering around having somebody proofread your application, get somebody to read through it and give you some ideas. And if you've got any contacts of people doing a similar or the same role, have a chat. People are always happy to help and have a discussion to kind of give you a little bit of advice, and you can take that all on board and bring it to your application.
Amazing. That's some great advice there. So thank you so much for that, Vinny. But unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. So before I just hand it back over to Stu in the studio, I just want to thank you so much for your time. And also, hopefully, we'll see you again on the Jobs Live channel very soon. But now it's just back over to Stuart in the studio. Stuart. So today I have been joined by Julie Ferns from Vistry. So Julie, could you tell us a little bit more about what your company does?
Hi, good morning. Yes, Vistry Partnerships are a division of Bovis Homes. We actually specialise in building places for people to live. So houses, bungalows, care facilities, extra care facilities and apartments. We also build under the banner of Bovis Homes and Linden Homes, both of which are our private house building sector. We were, until last year, under the banner of Galliford Try.
Perfect, that's brilliant. So whereabouts are you guys based?
I'm actually based in Warrington in Birchwood, but I work for the Northwest Business Unit. So my area is from the Lake District to Stoke-on-Trent, predominantly working in Manchester, Merseyside and Cheshire.
Perfect, that's lovely. So what roles are you guys recruiting for at present?
At present, I'm going to be recruiting for some apprentices and some site staff. So shortly, I'll be advertising for apprentice site manager in the Merseyside region and apprentice community engagement coordinator to assist me in Manchester. Both positions will have good career prospects with the ability to progress within a few years if they work hard and achieve their goals. We are always recruiting for site cleaners, labourers, site managers, but that is as and when we have new sites starting within the various areas.
Perfect. Well, that sounds like a nice variety of things that are available there. So what kind of people are you looking for to fill those roles?
Well, as a company, we're looking for dynamic people who stand out from the crowd, people who are self-driven and can work on their own initiative and who will actually add value to our company and deliver our ethos. They will need to be adaptable and team players and have an interest in the construction industry and the built environment. They must be willing to undertake and complete any training that is offered to them and complete the courses as required.
Perfect. That sounds lovely and such good assets to have as part of your company when recruiting. So why would someone want to come and work for you guys?
They would want to come and work for us because we are a new dynamic company. We've actually been as partnerships company for the last 5 years, but as part of Bovis, which is the Vistry Partnerships, we've only been going just over a year. We have a strong build ethos. We like to build in communities and we like to do a lot of community work within those communities.
Perfect. So that sounds amazing, the fact that you have that community base. So that's perfect. So what hints and tips would you be able to give to us or to anyone that's wanting to apply today?
My main tip is to research the company. Do a Google or internet search and make notes and bullet points so you have something to refer to. Look at their ethos and adapt your answers to include these. So if you've been asked about weaknesses when you're being interviewed, try to turn your answer around. So for example, I could answer, if I was asked what my weakness is, I could say, well, I feel that at present my weakness is that I don't drive. However, once I secure employment, I'm looking into doing driving lessons to enhance my career prospects. So if you have a negative, try to turn it into a positive. The other thing is, if you completed a Duke of Edinburgh or something similar, or doing charity work or any unpaid voluntary work, always add this to your CV, because this will show your employer that you are dedicated, you are looking for work, and you're willing to work, and you have a strong work ethos.
Perfect. There's some incredible hints and tips there. So thank you so much for sharing them. But unfortunately, that's all from yourself today. But I hope that we get to see you guys again back on the Jobs Live channel. However, for now, it is now back to Stuart in the studio. Thanks, Stuart. So today I have been joined by Helen Bilton, who is the head of HR at Star Care. So hi, Helen, how are you?
Hi, Jen. I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. I'm glad to hear you are as well. So could you tell us a little bit more about Star Care and what you guys do as a company?
Absolutely. So we're a home care provider specialising in helping people live independently in their own home, and the support workers work out in the community to look after our wonderful clients. We are one of the largest independent care providers in the Cheshire and Merseyside footprint area.
Perfect, that's amazing. So could you tell us whereabouts you guys are based?
So we've got 3 offices, one in Merseyside, one in Chester and Ellesmere Port areas, and one in the Winsford and Northwich location. And as I say, we are a large organisation. We provide over 7,000 hours of care each week in the Merseyside and Cheshire footprint areas.
Perfect. So what kind of roles are you guys recruiting for at the moment?
So we're really, really fortunate as a company because we've gone through a period of growth, which I think is music to everyone's ears during these very, challenging times. We have a number of support worker positions in each of the 3 locations. The role is to support our wonderful clients live as independently as possible in their own homes, and the support worker will be supporting the clients as detailed in the individual's care plan.
Perfect. So obviously with that role, you need a certain kind of person for that. So what is that kind of person that you're looking for to join the organisation?
Okay, so we're looking for individuals that share the same values and principles as we do here in Star Care, that wish to provide the highest level quality of care to our clients, who have a passion for care and show acts of kindness and empathy towards individuals. It's such a rewarding role, and all our care staff forge great relationships with our clients.
Perfect. So why would someone want to work for the company Star Care?
So we are a family-friendly organisation, and we do really care about our staff, on the front line who are supporting our clients. We look after our, staff the same way as our staff look after our clients. We have a very robust training infrastructure here at Star Care. We have 2 pathways. One is a mandatory pathway that all carers have to undertake. And our second pathway is an apprenticeship. If an individual wants to further their career in health and social care, there's great opportunities for individuals to do so. This is fully paid for by the company, and there's lots and lots of support available to help individuals achieve that. We do have plenty of opportunities for individuals to grow. We do have a number of individuals who have come up through the grassroots of the organisation. So as I say, there's plenty of scope for individuals if they want to progress their careers here in Star Care. We have excellent pay rates, and we also have competitive mileage rates for individuals working out in the community. And for Works For You initiative, we have a golden hello payment for each individual who's taken on through this scheme of £100. We also have invested heavily on COVID. It's very close to our hearts at the moment. It's been a very big agenda here in Star Care, and we ensure that all our care staff have available access to get a vaccine.
Perfect. That sounds amazing, and some brilliant qualities that you offer there as well as the company. So do you have any hints or tips for anyone who might want to apply today?
So really important for us at Star Care is about being yourself and being authentic and keeping it real. We are looking for individuals who are passionate about care and also about giving back to our clients in the community, and to want to make a real difference to individuals' lives.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Helen, for your time today, and thank you so much for that advice as well. I'm sure a lot of people will be taking that on. However, for now, unfortunately, it is the end of our one-to-one today, but hopefully we'll see you guys very soon again on the Jobs Live channel.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome anyway, so it's not a problem. However, but for now, it's back to Stu in the studio. Thanks, Stuart. So today I have been joined by Robin, who is from Network Rail. So hi, Robin, how are you?
Hello, I'm very good, thank you. I hope everyone at home joining us today is too.
Perfect, so do we as well. So Robin, could you please tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, of course. So Network Rail are an infrastructure maintenance company. So we look after all of the 20,000 miles of track, overhead line, and then over 40,000 other structures connecting to the railway. We also look after all of the big managed stations across the country, like London's King's Cross St Pancras, Manchester Piccadilly, London Euston, London Liverpool Street, and Birmingham New Street. So I'm sure all of you will be well aware of those stations. We also create the timetable for our train operating companies and freight operating companies.
Perfect, that sounds amazing. So where exactly is it Network Rail based?
So we are based all across the UK. So that could be in our large cities like Birmingham, Manchester, London, Milton Keynes, Stafford, Crewe, all the way down to smaller offices in Leighton Buzzard or Bletchley, and all of the other places that we've got across the Northwest.
Perfect, that sounds great. So what roles are you guys recruiting for?
Essentially across the railway, with over 40,000 job titles, we recruit for all roles. So obviously we do recruit for a great deal of engineers, and that could cover anything from track engineering to signals, telecoms, geotechnics. We also recruit ecologists, project managers, people with analytical and data skills, administration skills, communication skills, HR, finance. Essentially, any type of job within the UK we do have here at Network Rail. So please don't think just because you've never worked on the railway before that a job with us may not be right.
That's amazing, such a variety. So with those varieties, what kind of people are you looking for to join Network Rail as a whole?
That is a really interesting question. So at Network Rail, we do not look for just one person. In fact, one of our values is all about valuing diversity, because different people from different backgrounds and different skill sets lead to innovation, which just means that we can improve the railway for our passengers and our customers. So as long as you value people and can act safely and have an awareness that your actions can affect lives, we are looking for you.
Perfect, that sounds amazing. So why would someone want to work for Network Rail?
I'm very biased, I know, but we are now one of the top 50 Glassdoor employers as voted for by your employees. And I think a big part of that is during COVID, Network Rail have supported us. We haven't had anybody on furlough. We've now moved to complete flexible working. Many of us have had to juggle becoming carers or homeschooling, trying to look after children, being a parent or during COVID. And we've just completely amended our approach to that. So you choose and pick your hours. Our values are called care, and one of those is how about we empower people to make their own decisions. We've got a huge training budget which has been ring-fenced so that we can invest in our employees. Career development is second to none. In fact, many people started at Network Rail as administrators, and now some of them lead departments. So it's just kind of, I suppose, the whole package, and it's the people more than anything. We really do support and care for each other, and it's a great place to work. Kind of in normal times when we're in the offices, we all meet for coffees, jokes, laughter. It's just a place that you kind of, once you join, you just don't want to leave. So I hope that many of you will listen to this and think about joining the railway, because you won't regret it.
Amazing, thank you for that. And then finally, have you got any hints or tips for those that might apply?
I would say tailor your CV to your achievements. Don't just list everything that you've done as part of your jobs, because that doesn't read the best. Talk about achievements. So, for example, in my job as a resourcing professional, I would talk about how I've increased the diversity of applicants. For project managers, you'd want to talk about projects that you've completed on time and with what benefits. So show what you can do rather than what you have done, and that'll make all the difference.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that advice there, Robin. And it's been lovely speaking to you today. Unfortunately, that's all. But thank you again so much for your time. And for now, it's back to Stu in the studio. Thanks, Stuart. So today I have been joined by Jeanette, who works at Pathways. So Jeanette, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and the company you work for?
Certainly. So I'm the operations manager at Pathways Community Interest Company, and we hold a contract with NHS England providing primary care networks to GP practices in the Cheshire area for social prescribing interventions. The contract is called Alternative Solutions, and we have link workers that give people time to focus on what matters to me, and taking part of a holistic approach to people's health and well-being, and they connect people to the community groups and statutory services for practical and emotional support. Pathways is a very forward-thinking and innovative social enterprise, and in May 2020 we were listed as one of the top 100 social enterprises within the UK. We're a very values-driven organisation, and we strive to be a visionary to finding solutions and readdress health inequalities. Many of our services have evolved from prototypes to mainstream provisions that now support thousands of people across Cheshire, aligning the health, work and wellbeing with a focus on enabling people to live happier and healthier lives.
Perfect, that sounds amazing. So whereabouts is Pathways based?
We're based across Cheshire, and the primary care networks that we cover are Crewe, Nantwich and Rural, Winsford, Chaw, which is shortened for Chelford, Handforth, Alderley Edge, Winslow, and then we have Northwich and Smash, which is Sandbach, Middlewich, Alsager, Scholar Green and Haslington.
Perfect, so a nice variety of places there. So